There's so much to do in Disney World, how do you know what to prioritize? Don't worry, I'm a Disney Parks expert, and today I'm showing you around my favorite park to share with you the 20 must-dos in Hollywood Studios. Let's get started. A trip to Disney World can be overwhelming, especially because there is so much to do and it's hard to decide what you and your family should prioritize. Today, I'm going to tell you what we think are the 20 must-dos in Disney's Hollywood Studios so you and your family can be super prepared for your next trip. And while some of the things on this list are my personal favorites, I made sure this list has things to make everyone in your family happy. With help from the AllEars team, this is a great list to start planning your Hollywood Studios day. Alright, if you know anything about Hollywood Studios, you know that our number one must-do, to start off the very beginning of this video, our number one must-do is ride Rise of the Resistance. This is an attraction in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge that takes you into the Star Wars movies and puts you right in the middle of the action. This attraction is actually technically 20 minutes long. It starts even before you get into the ride vehicle. It's super immersive, super technologically advanced. That's why it breaks down a lot, but this is a must-do for Star Wars fans especially, but even if you know nothing about the Star Wars universe, you will have fun on this attraction. Of course, being the best and most popular attraction in all of Disney World, that means it's gonna come with a long wait. Right now, the standby wait is 75 minutes, which is honestly relatively low for it being noon on a Thursday. So just keep that in mind. There is Genie Plus Lightning Lane for this attraction. It is an individual Lightning Lane purchase, so pay money per person per ride. So that is the third level of Genie Plus. If you don't know anything about Genie Plus, we have plenty of videos on our channel all about Genie Plus, even specific Genie Plus in Hollywood Studios videos, so be sure and go check those out. Or check out our website. We've got so many blog posts on everything Genie related to help you figure out what you should prioritize when it comes to Genie Plus. However, if you don't want to buy Genie Plus for this attraction, you totally do not have to. We here at AllEars very much recommend rope dropping this attraction. So as soon as you get here, bright and early in the morning, go to Rise of the Resistance first. It'll normally be a shorter wait than normal. The last time Quincy, Emma, and I did it, we waited only 30 minutes. You could also take your chances by riding it very last thing at the night. Disney allows you, even if you hop in line at 8:59 and the park closes at 9 p.m., if you are in line before the park closes, you will get to ride. The only thing about this attraction is that it could possibly break down. It is very technologically advanced, so it breaks down very often, multiple times throughout the day. Normally they can get it up and running pretty quickly, but if it's the end of the night and it breaks in a way that might not be super quickly fixable, they will shut down the attraction. So that's the only hazard that you might run into if you ride this at night. So we always recommend you rope drop it first thing. What a great way to start a Hollywood Studios day. Next up on our must-do list is the infamous Hollywood Tower Hotel, aka Tower of Terror attraction. This is an elevator drop ride. This attraction takes you into the Twilight Zone to a haunted, abandoned hotel. Things go awry, your elevator breaks, but don't worry, it's a lot of fun. The drops are completely randomized. It's different every time you ride it, and that's what makes it such a re-rideable attraction and makes it so popular. This is very fun, very popular attraction. It does have Genie Plus Lightning Lane if you choose to buy Genie Plus, but honestly, this should be on everyone's must-do. And fun fact, you are actually not dropping down below, you're being pulled. There are cables that are pulling you up and down, and you're actually falling faster than the speed of gravity. And the next item on our must-do list is right next door, and it is Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. This is, like the name suggests, a roller coaster. It is actually the only attraction in Disney World to go upside down, so thrill seekers come to Rock and Roller Coaster. Starring Aerosmith in the attraction, in the storyline, you are going to G-Force Records to hang out, see them record a couple songs, but then they have to go to their concert. But they want you to come with them. So they actually order you a limo and you get to go with them and hang out at their concert. It is super fun, very high thrill. So if you've got a thrill seeker in your party, they definitely should come ride this. It's a very popular attraction. It does have Lightning Lane available to select. There's also a single rider entrance. But let me warn you, the single rider entrance at Rock and Roller Coaster most of the time is going to be longer than the regular standby wait. That's just how it works. I've done it multiple times, and every single time I get in that single rider line, it is longer than the standby wait. So even if you're here by yourself, just hop in the standby. Now, maybe you're on your Hollywood Studios day, you've ridden a couple rides, you're getting a little hungry, but it's not quite mealtime yet. Our next must-do on our list is to get a fun movie-themed snack. There are so many great snacks all around Hollywood Studios, and some of them are very much movie-centered, movie-themed, which I really enjoy. You've got things like the Lunchbox Tart over in Toy Story Land. You've got the Wookiee Cookie at Backlot Express. You've got the Carrot Cake Cookie, which isn't movie-themed, but it's very popular over at Charlie Cart Cafe. There are so many great snack options here at Hollywood Studios. I think in general, in the past couple of years, Studios has really amped up their overall food quick service game. So there's plenty of great options here, and I'm about to get one myself. So today I decided to get the iconic blue milk. This is a plant-based blend of coconut and rice milk with alluring fruity characteristics. I will say I've had both blue and green milk. Blue is more fruity, green is more earthy. I am a blue milk person over green milk. I don't like the taste of the green one. I like the blue one. It's fruity, almost like a Fruity Pebbles kind of. It's not necessarily, like, it's not milk consistency, it's not smoothie, it's almost like a slushy. Like, there's a little bit of ice in there, you know? Super fun, really refreshing, nice. It's small. This was $9 with tax, so like, but it's fun to drink something like blue milk that's iconic in the Star Wars movies. Our next tip for Disney's Hollywood Studios is to go see a show. There are so many great, amazing shows here at Hollywood Studios, but I'm going to show you a specific one for a specific reason. There are so many great shows at Hollywood Studios, like Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular, the Frozen, First Time in Forever Frozen Sing-Along Celebration. You've got Disney Junior Dance Party, Muppet Vision, Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. There's just so many amazing, phenomenal shows here at Hollywood Studios, and on your day here, you must watch something. All of the shows here are amazing, but I wanted to specifically shout out Indiana Jones because it's an outdoor theater, so you know what that means? You can bring food and drink to enjoy while you watch the amazing show. Next up on our list is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. This is the attraction that replaced the former Great Movie Ride, which RIP, I will forever miss. But Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is a super cute ride and is actually the first ride ever to star Mickey Mouse. This attraction puts you into the cartoon world with Mickey and Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Pluto, and the whole gang. It's really cute, super fun, great for kiddos. This is another trackless attraction, however, not as technologically advanced as Rise of the Resistance. So this one breaks down less than Rise, but every now and then it will break down. The standby line usually has a long wait, so I would recommend Lightning Lane for this one. However, just like with any attraction, late at night, the wait times will go down. And the next must-do on our list is still here at the Chinese Theater in front of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and that is to find your hand twin. So, like Joey from Friends, hand twins exist, they are a thing, and actually if you come over here, there's a bunch of handprints of various celebrities from all over, all kinds of movies and TV shows, everything. So it's super fun. If you have some time to kill, maybe before your next Lightning Lane, come over here and find your hand twin. They actually, back in the day, when this park first opened, they would have actual ceremonies where these celebrities would be here, and it was a huge ceremony out here at the park, and people would come and watch, but then it got a little too out of hand, so they had to stop doing it. There are so many celebrities over here that people just literally walk right over and they don't even know that they're here. There's obviously some movie stars, even some Disney characters like Donald Duck. There's Kermit the Frog. So I highly, highly recommend you come over here and find your hand twin. Okay. Mary Tyler Moore is my hand twin. That is my claim to fame. Now, of course, this does replicate the real Chinese Grauman Theater over in Hollywood, and a lot of these celebrities also have their handprints in Hollywood and here at Hollywood Studios, but there is one celebrity here whose handprints are only here in Disney's Hollywood Studios. Do you know who it is? I'm about to show you. So there is one celebrity who got asked to put her handprints here in Hollywood Studios first, and then after that, They asked her for her handprints over in Hollywood, California, but she refused because she only wanted her handprints to be here in Hollywood Studios. And you want to know who that is? The one and only Audrey Hepburn. Her handprints are only here in Disney's Hollywood Studios. And next up on our list is the attraction Star Tours. This is an attraction where you will make the jump to hyperspace as you ride aboard a 3D motion simulated space flight to popular destinations from the Star Wars franchise. And wow, it is busy today if the wait time for Star Tours is 50 minutes. I normally would not recommend Lightning Lane for this attraction. It's normally a shorter wait, but on days like today, whew, maybe you do need a Lightning Lane. This is a 3D motion simulator attraction, so if you are prone to motion sickness, just be aware. This is a super fun attraction. I love it. You go to a new place every time, you see new characters, super fun, and they have recently announced that more scenes, more planets, more stories are coming to this attraction soon. Even possibilities from movies 1, 2, and 3. So I'm super excited for that. We'll see what's coming. Next up on our list, you've probably by this time of the day, you've done some rides, you had a snack, you've seen some shows, and now you're getting really hungry, and you might want to get out of the heat for a little bit, which is totally understandable. So our next must-do on the list is go grab a bite to eat. There are a bunch of options for you to grab a bite to eat, whether you want a table service sit-down meal or just a quick service, something quick on the go. There's plenty of options here at Hollywood Studios. Some of our favorites are Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater, 50s Primetime, Hollywood and Vine for a character meal. But then with our quick service options, we like Bronto Roasters over in Galaxy's Edge, or even ABC Commissary. That's Emma's favorite. We've got reviews of every single restaurant on our website, so if you want to know more about a specific restaurant and their menu, go check it out on AllEars.net. Now that you've gotten a bite to eat, now that you're full, you may not be ready to hop on a roller coaster just yet, but I have the perfect thing that honestly is underrated that more people should do on a Hollywood Studios day. Next up on the list is Walt Disney Presents. This is essentially a museum all about the early days of Walt Disney and his travels and his creation, what ultimately led to Disneyland and all of the Disney parks we know and love today. It's a museum, but it's so cool. There's even real artifacts in this museum. There's Walt's school desk that he wrote at and created things, and it's just so cool. If you are a Disney fan, if you've got someone in your party who's interested in Walt Disney's life, you should for sure, absolutely come check out Walt Disney Presents. Even if you're not necessarily a huge Walt Disney fan, I still have my reasons on why this should be your must-do. Number one, AC. I can't explain it. The AC in Walt Disney Presents is like none other. It is crisp, it is beautiful. Go get some AC. Number two, there's a character meet and greet. It used to be Sully from Monsters Inc. Now very recently changed over to Ariel from the live action movie, which is super cool, super unique. She's not gonna be around here forever though, so if she is here while you are here, take advantage of that. Number three, at the very end of the museum, there's always either a show about Walt Disney and his life. Number two, they will also show a preview of the newest movie coming out. So right now, Little Mermaid preview. So if you haven't seen the newest movie yet, if it hasn't even come out yet, come over here and check out a sneak preview. And the next item on our must-do list is another attraction. This is Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. This is another attraction here in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. It is the time where you get to actually pilot the Millennium Falcon. You are helping Hondo Ohnaka. He's trying to get some coaxium, and it's a little shady of a business deal, but that's okay because you're gonna fly the Falcon and that's all that matters. This is a super fun attraction. There are 6 people in each cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, so if you've got a group of 6, it's perfect. If you've got more or less, just be prepared to be put in a ship with other families. But they also have a single rider line, and I will say, in my experience, the Millennium Falcon single rider line is the quickest single rider line out of all the attractions in Disney World. I have never waited more than, honestly, 2 minutes when I hop into the single rider line. Now, keep in mind, even if you and your entire party hop into the single rider line, you will be split up. There are 6 different positions you could have on this attraction. There are 2 pilots, 2 gunners, and 2 engineers. If you are prone to motion sickness, I would recommend that you go for the engineer position. You are in the back, you are only pressing buttons. Same with the gunner, actually. You're just pressing buttons, but you can look away from the screen if need be. I honestly would say Star Tours gives me more motion sickness than this ride does, but the 2 pilots are actually piloting the Millennium Falcon. So if you have some pilots that aren't that great, then be prepared to crash quite a bit. And be prepared for Chewie to get upset with you. You can purchase a lightning lane for this attraction. However, if you are fine with splitting up your party, if you are fine riding alone, I totally recommend the single rider over lightning lane. You will wait, I'm not kidding, no longer than 5 minutes. But also keep in mind, if you do end up doing single rider, you will be an engineer, okay? If you want to pilot the Falcon, get in standby or use that lightning lane. Also, this is a must-do for any Disney day, so I'm not really counting it on this list. Drink water. It is starting to get into the summer months. Oh my goodness, drink water. Either bring your own water bottle from home, buy a water bottle in the morning and keep refilling it. Please, stay hydrated. And while we're here in Galaxy's Edge, that brings me to my next must-do, and that is to explore the Play Disney Parks app. The Play Disney Parks app is a separate app from My Disney Experience. It's another one that you download on your phone, but it's got a bunch of trivia and games and things for you to do around all of the parks. It's got trivia for specific rides that you might be in line for, or different games that you can play around the parks. So maybe if you've got a little kiddo who's not quite tall enough to ride all the big kid rides, maybe they do that while they walk around instead of just waiting for other family members to get off the big fun rides. So it's something for them to check out. And for our next must-do, we've made it over to Toy Story Land with Toy Story Mania. This is a shooter attraction. If you've ridden Buzz Lightyear in Magic Kingdom, essentially the same thing, but themed to the Toy Story franchise. This is a super fun attraction. Anyone can ride it, including service dogs, which I just think is a really cute fun fact. There's also Genie Plus Lightning Lane available for this attraction, which I would recommend. Right now, standby is 85 minutes. There are a bunch of different rooms to play. My favorite room is the one where you get to break all the plates, because you can't break plates in normal life, so that's just fun to me. And honestly, I'm better at Toy Story Mania than I am at Buzz Lightyear and Magic Kingdom. This one is fun for kiddos and adults alike because it is a competition. You can win Best in Vehicle. I normally always win Best in Vehicle, not to brag, but I am very good at this game. I love it. And it feels like a workout for your arm. If you truly play seriously and want to win, your arm will be sore when you come off this attraction. And the next attraction on our list, another one in Toy Story Land, we have made it to one of my favorites, Alien Swirling Saucers. This is a super cute, more geared towards little kiddos attraction. It is a spinner attraction where you hop into a spaceship with an alien and it slings you around. And I just think it's super fun and I think it's underrated. Now I will say that right now, it is a 50-minute standby wait. It is very crowded here in Hollywood Studios today. It does offer Lightning Lane in that middle Genie Plus tier. So while I love this attraction, I think it's so much fun, I would not recommend waiting 50 minutes for this attraction. Also, I'll say it, Alien Swirling Saucers walked so that Guardians of the Galaxy could run. And no, I will not be elaborating. Next up on our list, must do at Hollywood Studios is meet some characters. There are so many fun character meet and greets, some rare characters that you can only find here at Hollywood Studios. We've got characters like Ariel from the new live action Little Mermaid, The Incredibles are here, you've got all the Disney Junior characters, Mickey and Minnie in their Hollywood best, you've got Olaf, Goofy, Powerline Max, which is a super rare character, super fun. You've got the Toy Story characters, and you've got Star Wars Launch Bay where you can meet Chewie and Darth Vader and BB-8. And there's even a couple characters throughout the park that might just roam or might just pop up. They don't have designated meet and greets, but you can find Donald, Daisy, Chip and Dale. You can find some more characters in Galaxy's Edge like Chewie and Rey, Kylo Ren, and some stormtroopers. So always keep your eyes peeled for characters around Hollywood Studios. And if you want to know more about meeting characters all over Disney World, be sure and check out my character challenge video already up on the channel. Now our next must-do on our list is to go shopping. Of course you can't go to Disney World without getting a souvenir. There's a bunch of shops all along Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard, which is the two areas that you will first enter the park. A lot of the stores are themed to specific IPs, intellectual properties, so there's a Pixar store, there's a Star Wars store, there's Marvel, there's general Disney merch, so whatever you are a fan of, whatever you're looking for, you will find it somewhere here in Hollywood Studios. And of course you want to bring home that fun Disney souvenir. Now this next must-do on our list, you might be very surprised that it's on my must-do list, but hear me out. I think it is an absolute must-do. So we've made it over to Vacation Fun, which is a short starring Mickey and Minnie. It's super cute. It's actually really fun. If you love watching the Mickey shorts on Disney Plus, you're gonna love this. It's almost a combination of all the shorts that you might have already seen, but at the end, it's super cute. Mickey and Minnie do go on vacation. Spoiler alert, they go to Disney World, and it's super cute. I love it. It goes right along with the same animation. However, the short itself is not the must-do. My must-do is actually what happens after you get out of the short. So if you come in here, which you can come in here, this is fine to do, there's actually a whole bunch of photo ops in here from the various Mickey shorts. They're super fun, and my favorite specifically is POTOTAOLAND. You have to take a picture at POTOTAOLAND. I mean, come on. That was super cute. So the show had just let out, and there was a group, it must be field trip, summer trip, something of that nature. I think they were maybe first graders. They were super cute, super little. They all took their picture at POTOTAOLAND, and it was so cute. So, must do. And now I've made my way over to the Hollywood Brown Derby, which is a table service restaurant, but it brings me to my next point, my next must do, which is go relax at a lounge. There are a bunch of great lounges all over Hollywood Studios. You've got Tune In Lounge, which is next to 50's Primetime Cafe. You've got the Brown Derby Lounge, which is next to Hollywood Brown Derby Restaurant. And you've also got Baseline Tap House over by Muppets on Grand Avenue. We love the snacks and drinks you can get over there as well. Those are all great spots to get out of the sun, get in some AC, and just relax for a bit. And we are so close to being done with our list. Number 19 is Slinky Dog Dash. This is an attraction, again, here in Toy Story Land. It is a roller coaster, not super intense, more geared towards kiddos, but it is a roller coaster that Andy has made in the backyard with his toys. And of course with Slinky Dog. This is a very popular attraction. Right now it's got a 2-hour standby wait, and it's very, very popular on Genie Plus. Normally this is the one that sells out the quickest in the mornings when you're starting to grab those lightning lanes. So if you do want to ride Slinky Dog Dash, and if you are purchasing Genie Plus for the day, we do recommend getting this lightning lane first. However, I will say that number one, it is super hot in Toy Story Land throughout the day. There is no shade here because there's no shade in the backyard. It doesn't make sense, okay, thematically. But more importantly, number two, I would totally recommend you ride this attraction at night. Toy Story Land in general is beautiful at night when all the lights turn on. And number one, you'll be out of the heat. It won't be as hot. Number two, it's so much more fun to ride at night with the lights. So again, this is another attraction you could try for the end of the night when the wait times are lower. Maybe you don't want to watch the nighttime spectacular and instead want to ride rides, you should definitely come over to Slinky. Now, as we come to the end of our must-do list, I'm curious, do you have any idea about what our last must-do is going to be? This item on the must-do list might just be the number one must-do, number one best thing in all of Hollywood Studios. Do you know what it is? I am, of course, talking about Hollywood Studios' nighttime spectacular, Fantasmic. Fantasmic is a show that takes Disney storytelling to another level. It combines every single aspect of live entertainment. It's amazing. You've got fireworks, you've got characters, you've got big boats, you've got lasers, you've got music, everything. It's crazy how cool this show is. This show has been around for a long time at Hollywood Studios. However, in the past few years, it's gotten a recent update since coming back from COVID. So now it's got a brand new scene. So if you haven't seen Fantasmic in a while, then you should definitely see it on your next trip. In fact, when Emma, Quincy, and I all watched Fantasmic on our perfect day in Hollywood Studios, which you can check out on the channel right now, we sat behind the sweetest family, and it was mom and dad and a young boy and an even younger daughter, and it was so sweet. At one point, the little girl got scared when Maleficent the Dragon came out, because she's the villain, and the little boy, who couldn't have been 4 or 5, comforted his sister and said, "It's all right, it's gonna be okay. Mickey's gonna save the day." And we all started bawling, absolutely. It was so sweet, so special. And even on top of it, at one point, the parents leaned over to each other and said, "I'm so glad we get to experience this with them." So honestly, it is the best show in all of Disney World. If there's only one thing that you must do on your Hollywood Studios day, it's watch Fantasmic. All right, and there you have it. That is the ultimate list of 20 must-do items you should do on your next Hollywood Studios day. Was there anything I missed? Anything you think should be put on this list, or anything you disagree with? Let me know in the comments below. See you there.